Simplicity is important. Now, we deal with smart, but yet a very lazy customer and very demanding. Don't be another application in the market. Don't be another loyalty program in the market. There are so many. You have to stand out of the crowd and say, I have something special for everyone. Don't hire people that don't know about loyalty, because it won't take you anywhere. It will harm your reputation if the program goes wrong, and then people will stop trusting you and coming back to you. So if you want to make the right benefits, again, financially and emotionally, out of your program, build something that is strong, have a good business plan, have a good platform. Companies and businesses will have to pay you to share your data with them. Now it's the way around. Now, if you have to access to anything, you have to give your mobile number, phone number. So in not a far and not a near future, companies will have to pay you.
I don't know what is the loyalty program. I didn't hear about the loyalty program. So I'm just so inspired and really intrigued to understand what is the meaning of loyalty programs.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And I would love to thank you and thank Nisreen, who is a very special person to me. I mean, it's beyond friendship. Loyalty program, in terms of loyalty, is a marketing strategy that rewards consumers and members and even the audience for doing business with your brand. In other terms, some people think of it, no matter how far expensive or limited are your products or services, I still, as a consumer, invest my time and money with your brand because there is something I love about you. The only thing that I would like to precise is that loyalty and rewarding are completely different things. Rewarding is an important component of loyalty. That segment runs always and comes back to you always when there is a discount or buy one get one free, or there's something to get instantly. And that's where the loyalty management part of work comes to convert those rewards segment to a loyal customer. How or why important are loyalty program to businesses? It have a lot of importance because loyalty can be your sensor in the market toward your competitors. And when I say competitors here, it includes your own brands. Should you have an ecosystem of brands in terms of catchment area, it is your potential of growth in terms of business. It gives you an opportunity to have an open channel of communication with your members 24 hours, because people do engage when they want.
Just a question. These loyalty programs, it can be applicable only for a shopper or just a consumer, or it could be also applicable for retailers and distributors?
It can be for any kind of business, from airlines, B2B, B2C, petrol, automotive businesses and retailers. Loyalty is everywhere. And let me just precise something. It doesn't always have to give something. You can have a loyalty without having a loyalty program, which means create a retention strategy to create that loyalty, whether you are B2B, B2C, or even B2G, which is business to government. Because loyalty is not how much you spend, it's how frequently you visit my
How do you segment those, in that case, segment the customers?
Well, it's very easy once you get it. It's very easy. So you will have two group of customers based on your catchment area, your products, and then
let's take that example. Let's say for B2C, or just let's say that the retailer and the shopper. Yes. Do you have the availability to segment your customers from the EPOS?
Of course.
Do you? How it's been done? If the purchase itself, it happened, let's say, on a Visa card or something like that, how do you get the information of the customers?
Yeah, so once you build your loyalty program, you have to have a platform that can analyze it, and this platform is related to your POS or checkout payment machines at the front line. So these frontline machines are connected in themselves to a server that is connected to the main server. So whenever Ahmed comes to the store and buy, whether it's your first time or second time, first of all, we have two group of segments. You will have the loyal plus and you have the loyal. In terms of loyal plus, again, as I mentioned, loyalty is about frequency. So how frequently do you visit me? And of course, with the frequency, there is the spend. So in the first segment, you will have people that visit you more than 3 times a week, which we call in loyalty the big buyers. And then you have the medium buyers, people like you and me, we refill our fridge, for example, once a week or twice a week, beside the big refilling that we do on a monthly basis. And then you have non and small buyers that are usually people who work, for example, if you're a retailer in the mall and you have people that works around you, you will have people that come and buy their lunch or their breakfast. So these are small and non buyers where the basket doesn't exceed the minimum basket that you have set for your data analysis. Segmented
like C-class.
No, they are segmented as the loyal plus because it's about their frequency. They come to you every day. However, they spend less, but still they come to you every day.
It depends on the spend. It's not spend and the
frequency. And then you have the second group with a new joiner. For example, if you join today, I will take me a certain time, I would say 3 weeks, to monitor you to see where I will put you, whether you belong to the loyal plus, medium, small, big or none, or you will stay with me on the other case of loyal that have new joiners. You have the occasional people that visits you less than say twice a month, and then you have the inactive people with active profile or active application, but they never transact with you. And here you have to know where these people go. If they come to you, where do they go? Specifically when it's an FMB or because they have to be transacting somewhere. So you have to create a certain CRM communication to communicate with these people. And here it comes to account management to manage the customer life cycle stages by identifying the key events that drive the behavior of those customers.
Okay, so just I'm so curious to understand what could be the possible data entry that you have, let's say, loyalty program. So it's like, let's say I have specific products, right? And I have a company, and this company wants to drive like loyalty programs on some specific retailers, right? What would be the steps that they can follow to acquire this new information of the new customer? Let's say it's some sort of customer acquisitions, right? It's, let's say, new joiners. How you get this data? What are the steps that you can get this data? Is it?
Well, first of all, we monitor your visits and frequency. We monitor where do you where do you visit to your purchases, to your purchases. So for example, I've built 3 loyalty programs in the UAE. The first one was for a big retailer, for Carrefour, which is my club, where 10 dirham gives you 1 point. So whenever you tap your card, we used to use, before we moved to the mobile application, we used to use a plastic card. Once you tap that card, I know exactly what you have purchased, at what price, at what quantity, even from which cash counter number. So it gives me the entire information. So by that, I can monitor your purchases and your frequency, and then communicate with you whenever I want you to come back, and can upsell you or check why you're not transacting with me anymore. And the latest program that I have worked on, which is Dounia Rewards by Aldar, it's the first program actually in the region that works seamlessly, which means you don't have to interact with any retailer, since the interactions with your mobile application itself. So you just link your card to your Dounia app, and then you get your points automatically. It's seamless. Whether you are Visa or MasterCard, you just link your card to the application. Whenever you tap the card, you earn points. And by those transactions, I can monitor how many times you visited me, and then communicate with you based on your purchases and frequency.
So in case if I'm a customer, you spoke about the loyalty programs, right? So what will be the benefit for me? So if you want to build, if you want me to do like repurchase, what would attract me in such loyalty programs?
I will answer this question differently. This is what the businesses have to sit and ask themselves before launching a loyalty program. Okay, I will launch a loyalty program. What will be the benefit of Ahmed? So, as I always mention, there are a lot of steps to take prior, during, and after the launch of any loyalty program. But to me, the 5 first questions you have to sit as a business and ask yourself is, what do customers expect from me and from my program? First thing customer expects from you is to care about them. So don't think that by rewarding people, rewarding your members, people will still come back to you. It's a big mistake that most of businesses are making, and simply by rewarding customer with discounts, they will not be more loyal, or they will not do business with you if they don't feel that you really care about it. You have to focus on creating that emotional connection between your stores, brands, and your customers, so they can come back to you. Otherwise, they will walk away from your business. The second question is, what do customer benefit from this loyalty program?
Exactly.
And here I will come to the point that it's true that customer wants you to care about them, but the biggest reason customers join loyalty programs because they want to have benefits.
Exactly. What does it need from me?
To benefit from it financially.
Exactly.
Most of all.
Definitely.
So, which means your program should offer them the opportunity to do so. So, a point program is always always effective in a way to give programs, but points have paved the loyalty program strategies so far, but there are other stuff to do beside points. And then the third thing you have to ask your question, I stated 5 now, where the third point is, customer wants to feel special. So you can have a program that offers special treatments. Rewards are the perfect tool of satisfying and meeting this expectation, especially when using a VIP program. Like the last program I was working on, for example. VIP program help you identify your most loyal customers and reward them accordingly by setting your program tiers with increasing benefits. Then you will be able to drive the consumer to purchase more often and in greater quantities. Number 4 is that customer want to choose their rewards, and this is a very important point because simplicity is important. Now we deal with smart but yet a very lazy customer and very demanding. So most of them, they want just like you and me, we're customers and we love to have options. Choosing your rewards and where you're going to spend them and how.
Bonuses always.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to have, for example, a program where I can share my points with you, or with charity programs, or just to give it to a friend. So by letting customer redeem their points on both large or small rewards, you make sure that everyone is happy.
With such amazing experience in loyalty program, I want to ask you, what are the biggest learnings that you have had in your career while executing loyalty programs?
Loyalty programs are a long-term game in terms of building. It's like building a relationship with a human being. You have to be very patient. You have to expect the unexpected. Reason why, when building a loyalty program, you have to, again, I insist on this point, sit before implementing or even executing the loyalty program, and ask yourself a lot of questions. The mistake that businesses are making, unfortunately, specifically in the region, they are building loyalty program based on their own benefits, and they neglect completely
the
customer and the member in so many ways, mainly in customer experience, which is the killer point for any program. Don't be another application in the market. Don't be another loyalty program in the market. There are so many. You have to stand out of the crowd and say, I have something special for everyone. And it comes with a lot of time, and it comes with a lot of operations, and it comes with a lot of design. And again, don't expect, and here my talk about my messages to businesses, don't be in rush to expect results from your loyalty program. Again, it takes time.
How long will it take, based on your experience, if I want to build like loyalty program in a retail to attract like let's say more consumer, and have like some acquisitions? How long will it take to build like a successful one?
Again, everything relies on your case study and the business plan you have put on the beginning, on the budget, on the financials, on how you perceive how much you're going to spend in promotions, how you're going to drive the promotions. It's not about how to deliver or how to create, it's how to deliver. It's how to deliver. That's what will help you make the benefits out of financially and emotionally with your members. So there is a case study, there's the feasibility to be there, there's a budget to be revised and revised so many times before you go there. I mean, benchmarking is good, forecasting is good, but still, you will have to think about the human part of it. Don't hire people that don't know about loyalty, because it won't take you anywhere. It will harm your reputation if the program goes wrong, and then people will stop trusting you and coming back to you. So if you want to make the right benefits, again, financially and emotionally, out of your program, build something that is strong, have a good business plan, have a good platform, have a good launch. Don't launch everything on one step. Just launch it on option 1, option 2, phase 1, phase 2. Do your pilot stores or your pilot testing properly. Do a lot of surveys. Ask your people what they like about your brand, what they don't like, what they want to change, what is your favorite store. Put options of your competitors in your NPS, in your surveys. Do a lot of NPS before you go, because don't assume what your customer wants. Ask them. And believe me, you will get answers.
I loved what you said, especially about the stores. So I'm thinking like I am inside the company, and I have definitely some budget for my loyalty program. Let's say X amount, X millions, okay, of dollars. And I have a specific customer that has like around 120 stores, right? And I have specific also portfolio management for my products. How can I just harmonize or just synchronize between what are the stores that I need to build this loyalty program and attract the consumer, and what are the products that I want to choose with it to build these loyalty programs?
Products in terms of products you have in the store, you mean?
Exactly. Let's say that I am a company that has like 150 SKUs, right? Okay. And I have many categories inside.
First of all, your program have to cover all of it. Your program have to be free, and it have to cover the entire range of
portfolio.
Yeah. Range of products you have on the store, and the rewarding should be at the end of every, for example, 10 dirham or dirham you spend. That's one thing. Now, how to loyalty can tell you a lot about even how to map your products in the store. And it tells you a lot about your customer behavior and journey. I remember in the first program I have launched in UAE, one of our flagship stores, there at City Center, the customer profile play a major role in your loyalty program. Specifically, if you have, for example, as you said, 120 store. Not all your stores are having the same footfall, and it's not the same customer profile. So you have to be aware of these things. For example, and I will again cite the They're a city center store for Carrefour when we just started, and then the loyalty program was going great, and then we had a huge impact. And out of sudden, we have noticed a decrease in the interaction and even in sales in that store specifically. Guess what?
What happened?
The metro station has opened there, and a lot of people moved to live there, which the customer profile has changed, so they don't find the products they want. So we have entirely changed the entire SKU, and by keeping the same products we have, because we kept the majority of our customer profile that we have in the beginning. However, we had another segment of customers, another profile of customers that have joined just because the metro station has opened there.
I like this one.
And without loyalty program, no one would have.
So if I understand correctly, so loyalty program, it's more into connection with the business itself. It's not just the brands, right? In case the total portfolio management, or could be also be categorized on some categories. I can build it on that case, or it should be happening on the total national portfolio of the company. From your experience,
a program that covers your entire portfolio is good. I recently was called for a consultancy for a group of businesses. They are one group. They have several brands, and they are franchising from some big brands. And those brands have imposed them to have their loyalty program in the UAE. However, this brand have its own loyalty program that cover the other brands that doesn't have a loyalty program. It's a little bit confusing for the customers. So when you have an ecosystem of brand, it's better to cover the entire portfolio.
So you're connecting with the company more.
Yes, it can be all benefits for your business. Because if I can earn in this brand and reward in the other brand, it's fantastic, and it increases the footfall. Again, as I mentioned in the beginning, your competitor can be your own brand within your catchment area. So some of your stores will do good, some will close if you don't do the necessary studies and the necessary steps. And it's not only loyalty program. Actually, the data of loyalty program can provide you with great knowledge and open your eyes on other strategies that can drive your business growth.
So in that case, I'm so curious, by the way. So I'm so curious to ask you this question. How do we build this? Let's say that I have a product that has a higher equity, okay? And when I build this, let's say this loyalty program, I see the same repurchase that happened, but the consumer in that case has more benefit than the company. How do we just make sure that we are also investing our money, as a company, in the right products? Because maybe I invest my loyalty programs and it gives me like negative ROI. It's not positive ROI.
Then there is something wrong with your program strategy from the beginning. From the beginning, it's not with your product or with your business. It's from the loyalty program itself. Whether you don't have the right people to manage it, whether the platform is not serving you the way it should, whether your data analysis are not giving you the right figures. So you need to look where the issue is, and mainly it's people. Mainly. So a reason why I always say don't hire people to hire people. Hire people that knows what they are doing, because at the end of the day, you hire people to tell you what to do. So if your loyalty program is not working, it could be one of these reasons. And then you have to revise the strategy and the structure of your program and your department, or your third party if you're hiring one, because many of the third parties are working in loyalty, pretending to have loyalty platforms, and they don't.
What's the difference between if I have loyalty program and I have like consumer promotions, or what is the difference between both of them?
Yeah, within the ecosystem of loyalty program, you have two kind of rewards. You have the fixed generosity, which is, for example, no matter what you buy, 10 dirham gives you 1 point. And you have the variable generosity, which is the promotions that you include in your loyalty program. For example, in your application, I know that Ahmed comes to my store to buy, let's say, dairy product, but he never goes to fresh food. Vegetables and fruits and stuff. So within your, and here comes a very good point. It's a very good question, actually. Here comes a very good point of personalization of loyalty program. So you create promotions that are personalized for me, that talks to me, for example. So the variable generosity, anyways, you will get your points that whatever is that rate, 10 dirham gives you one, you will get that at the end of the checkout. But if you buy from that promotion, you will get double points on those purchases, which can make you increase your number of points and redeem your voucher or redeem your promotion on your next purchase easily. So it helps you accumulate the points as customers, and it helps me as a business to promote those product, whether it's a new product that I am promoting and it's new to my store and I want my audience to know about it, or it's a slow moving item that has been sitting there for a long time and I couldn't move it, so I'm just putting it as a promotion.
Dounia, where do you see the future of loyalty program according to our region and worldwide, based on your experience? Definitely,
it's a very important, easy and tricky question, because I personally see the future of loyalty program moving around. The next 10 to 20 years will be about loyalty programs, because beside the gathering of the data, I think the behavior and even the strategies of loyalty program has to change and to go more to seamless programs rather than card or QR or even the code programs or IDs. So I see a lot of seamless program coming in. I see a lot of experience rewarding in terms of rewards for the loyalty program members, users, since the classic way was giving points and then tiers and cashback. It's a good strategy. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fantastic still. Loyalty programs are very innovating programs. So you need to move. You need to move toward the innovation in loyalty program, based, of course, on the data analytics and behaviors. People always expect something new, yet they don't want their program to change. So be consistent, but at the same time, be innovative. The reason why I see a lot of experience rewarding coming rather than points or tiers upgrade, or even cashback or gamification. NFTs and blockchain. NFTs and tokenization of loyalty program.
Can I ask you, what is NFT?
Is
maybe because some of our audience, they don't know about NFT.
It's NFT, a non-fungible token, which means it's something unique that has been uniquely designed for you. So, and this technology has been implemented in so many loyalty programs, you can have your avatar. For example, Gucci has implemented that. Like, you can buy a $10 bag and your avatar will be using it in the virtual world. So the NFT, blockchain, and metaverse, it's the bridge between the reality world and the virtuality. And I see this coming, maybe not in the next 5 years, maybe in 10 years, but it's definitely there. So a couple of surveys has been done, and we asked people what they know about metaverse. 89% they know nothing about it, but they showed an interest to know more about it, which is very important. And I think loyalty programs will be in the middle of that. Because now, for example, I would cite another example of McDonald's in US, of course. You can order in your virtual world when you are in your virtual room talking to your friends. You can order a McDonald's and you receive it in your real life at the step of your door. In terms of data, I know it will sound crazy, but it is coming. I see it coming, and it's coming not in 10 years, not in 20 years, but companies and businesses will have to pay you to share your data with them. Now it's the way around. Now, if you have to access to anything, you have to give your mobile number, phone number. So in not a far and not a near future, companies will have to pay you to get your data. And it's a very important step that is coming toward, and whether in other businesses, even a loyalty program that is based mainly on the data analytics. So use the data you have now wisely.
Thank you so much, Dounia. I really enjoyed our episode today. Being bombarded by a lot of values, and I believe also our audience who are listening to us, they have a lot of things and coming into their minds. Thank you so much for driving these great values, and looking forward to hear more and more, and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for having me. Pleasure is all mine, and I hope this will be helpful to people to understand a little bit about loyalty, because loyalty is a big niche, and it's a passion rather than being a business. It's really good.
Unleash is the bridge between my purpose and my mission. And my mission is unleashing the human greatness to its utmost potential.